Hello and welcome to a new topic. What is pre-writing a stage? In this lesson, we will talk about how to choose a topic, how to narrow down a topic, and how to brainstorm a topic. Lecture 2, taken from the book Academic Writing from Paragraph to Essay by Dorothy E. Zimak, Lisa A. Rumisek. Let's discuss the topic. First, we will talk about what is pre-writing. The name itself suggests the process of thinking before we write. So we can say, before we begin writing, you decide what you are going to write about. Then you plan what you are going to write. This process is called pre-writing. So pre-writing is the process of our thinking and planning what to write. We move on to the next step of our discussion. Process of pre-writing. In other words, we can say steps of pre-writing, stages of pre-writing. This process contains the idea like how to choose and narrow down a topic. And the next one is how to brainstorm a topic. And this itself has three main types. How to brainstorm a topic. The first one is process of listing. Second one is process of free writing. And the third one is process of mapping. Now let's talk about the first one, that is to say, how to choose and narrow down a topic. The first criteria is to choose a topic that isn't too narrow. In other words, that isn't too limited, that isn't too brief. Why? Because a narrow topic will not have enough ideas to write about, will not give you freedom to write about, will not give you more chance to think and express about. For example, the ages of my brothers and sisters is too narrow. On this topic, you cannot write very much about. You may write one or two sentences and you can stop. Because this topic, the ages of my brothers and sisters, is too narrow, too limited, and too brief to express. So the first thing you have to keep in mind is that we shouldn't choose a topic that is too narrow, which does not help us, allow us, give us more freedom to express. We move on to the next, that is, at the same time, we shouldn't choose a topic that is too broad. At the same time, we shouldn't choose a topic that is too broad. Why? Because a broad topic will have too many ideas. It is too general in thought. It is very wide in scope. For examples, how can I know that this topic is too broad, too general, too wide? The topic is schools. This is too general. A student should narrow this topic by choosing one aspect of a schools to discuss. So the topic schools is too general, too wide in scope, and when you start writing, so many ideas about schools will come up. So better narrow down this topic and write any one aspect of a school. Like we can talk about secondary schools in my country, or you can further narrow it down, popular school clubs, or you can think otherwise, school entrance exams. So schools in itself is too general, but when you narrow down, we have these topics. Likewise, if you say I would like to write a paragraph on restaurants, the topic restaurants is too general. Better narrow it down, like my favorite restaurant or a popular restaurant in my city. Like this, we can narrow down the topic. So what we have come to understand is that while choosing a topic, we should not choose a topic that is too narrow. At the same time, we should also not choose a topic that is too wide, because too narrow does not give you more scope to write, and too wide is too broad to express. And that is how you can select a topic. Okay, now we move on to the next stage, that is, what is brainstorming? It is a way of gathering ideas about a topic. It is a way of generating ideas about a topic, creating ideas about a topic. Because without generating ideas about a topic which you have chosen by narrowing down, you cannot write anything. Think of a storm. thousands of drops of rain all coming down together. Now imagine thousands of ideas raining down onto your paper. When you brainstorm, write down every idea that comes to you naturally. Don't worry now about whether the ideas are good or silly, useful or not. You can decide that later. Right now, you are gathering as many ideas as you can. And you can have a look at this picture where a person is in the process of brainstorming, a lot of ideas coming at the same time and trying to write whatever is coming, whether those ideas are useful or not, good or bad. The point at this stage is to gather as many ideas as possible on the paper. This is what we call brainstorming. Now, how to brainstorm a topic? What is the process? In other words, we can say the process of brainstorming or types of brainstorming. We have here 3 types of brainstorming. Number 1, process of listing, process of free writing, and the third one is process of mapping. Let's discuss each one of them in detail. Process of listing. In other words, we can say making a list. When you go to a grocery shop, what do? You make a list. Likewise here, we also have to make a list about the topic you have in your mind. In making a list, you can write single words, phrases, or sentences that are connected to this topic. For example, in order to understand how to make a list about a topic with connected ideas, I select one topic, and that is, what should I study at university? This is a topic I have selected, I have chosen, and I want to write something about. Let me prepare a list of ideas. I can think, history is a subject I like, and I can jot down quickly because history deals with learning about the past. Likewise, I can think of maths, and I can jot down quickly, too difficult, not interesting. I can also think of writing a complete sentence when I jot down ideas. What job do I want later when I choose a particular subject at the university? Then I can think of English for work or travel, writing. How will it help me in future? Science, is it interesting, good or not? Such as biology, chemistry. I don't like physics, maybe it's too boring. Journalism, I like reading literature. Literature is one of the subjects I can think of. Choosing art. In art what? Drawing, painting, sculpture, photography, or maybe I will just visit university to make friends and have social life because I don't feel like staying at home all the time. So you can make list of ideas, and you can do so sometimes writing single words or phrases, or sometimes complete sentence. The idea is to just make a list of ideas related to the topic, connected to the topic you are going to write about. So this is one way of making a list of ideas about the topic. Now we move on to the second, that is process of free writing. The name itself suggests you are free to express, free to write. What's that? When you free write, you write whatever comes into your head about your topic without stopping. We continue. Most free writing exercises are short. Free writing helps you practice fluency. In other words, writing quickly and easily. When you free write, you do not need to worry about accuracy, perfection, like having correct grammar and spelling and so on. Don't check your dictionary when you free write. Don't stop. If you make a mistake, just keep writing. So in free writing, you just keep writing. Don't think about mistakes. Don't think about accuracy. Just write quickly. Let the ideas flow on the paper the way the water flows in the river. This is the process of free writing. And I will Or we will have an example of a student's free writing. How can we write? How can we free write a paragraph quickly, with fluency, without organizing idea in a perfect manner? You can have a look at this example. Look, this is one of the best examples of free writing. Why? Because the writer is writing quickly without thinking about accuracy, mistakes, ideas, and so on. There are so many subjects like see mistake, but we don't care. We continue writing. So there are so many subjects to study at university. It is difficult to choose one. I have always had good marks in maths, but I don't like it very much. I don't like physical, mistake, but continue writing physics or any science very much. Writing, I have always liked writing. And you can read quickly until the end. What it means is that when you free write, you don't take care of the spellings. You don't take care of the construction of sentences. Sometimes you also don't take care of the ideas, whether deeply connected or not, perfectly interlinked or not. That you can do it later. That is, notice how the writer's ideas jump around. When she makes a mistake or when he makes a mistake, she just crosses it out. He crosses it out and continues writing. So the point is that in free writing, just keep on expressing yourself. The ideas which are revolving around the topic without thinking of any perfection in construction of sentence or in connection of ideas. That is the point. We move on to the next, that is process of mapping. You know map of a country, map of a place, and you know where is what. Likewise, we have the mapping of ideas. To make a map, use a whole sheet of paper. So when you want to make a map of ideas, first you must have a blank sheet of paper and write your topic in the middle with a circle around it. So write the topic in the middle and circle it around. Then put the next idea in a circle above or below your topic and connect the circles with lines. The lines show that the two ideas are related. How? Let's see. We have an example. This is the topic. What should I study at the university, for example? And I have made it within a circle. It's not circle, but a square, like. Okay? Now, let me think another idea related to this. I can think of like favorite subjects. Wow, that's great. Let me think of another idea. Least favorite subjects. That's good, nice. Let me think something more. And we have good subjects for jobs. So we have categorized what should I study into three major segments of ideas, compartments of ideas. Now further I can think of favorite subjects, maybe art. In art, what? Maybe drawing, painting, sculpture. Likewise, literature. In literature, what? English literature, French literature, Arabic literature, and so on. Likewise, least favorite subjects like science. In science, what? We have biology, we may have physics, maths, chemistry, and so on. Then good subjects for jobs like what? Maybe journalism, maybe banking, maybe finance. So this is how we map ideas. We put ideas into certain segments so that they help us when we start writing a paragraph. Now we move on to the next conclusion. And what we have come to know is that what is the best way to brainstorm? And we already talked about, we have three types of brainstorming. The first one is listing. So what is the best way to brainstorm? There is no best method of brainstorming. Some writers like to use lists because they don't have to write complete sentences. Some writers like free writing because they can write quickly and ideas come easily. Some writers prefer mapping because they can easily see the relationship between ideas. Experiment with all three methods and then choose the one that works best for you. So it is up to individuals, it is up to students, it is up to writers to choose what is best for you. You may collect ideas in the form of listing, in the form of free writing, or in the form of mapping of so many ideas about a topic you are going to write. And This is the source of the book I have taken. You can have a look at about this. This is the page number 5. This is page number 6. This is page number 7. This is page number 8. This is page number 9. And this is page number 10. About the topic I have discussed, you can have a look at these pages, and you will get so many ideas that will enrich you. Hope you understand the concept. Thank you and goodbye.